Alright, thanks for tuning into this session. So what I want to do in this session is to explain to you how to use this curve editor to create a smooth transition or apply effects to give you more dynamic look. So what I want to do now, as you can see, we have this two clip right here. Basically what I've done to this clip is to have applied motion tie onto the two clip right here. So we are able to apply keyframes of transitions and as well add some dynamic to it using that curve adjustment, as I've said. So if you want to follow me along to apply this same effect, you can just click on your clip, and let me close this up and come to this plus icon and go to effects and stylize. Under stylize you find this motion tie. Just click on it, then it will take you to this place that we are now, this place right here. Now, so what I want to do now is to click on the first clip right here, and it's gonna show you this motion tie effect. So I want to apply keyframe for the tie scale and as well the rotation as well. So this is what we want to do. You're gonna click it on your second clip at rotation and your tie scale. So I'm going to be trying all my best right here to explain this curve adjustment for you guys. I know you guys are struggling in using this curve adjustment, so I'm going to be showing you exactly what it looks whenever you apply it on your clips, what kind of curve and what effects does it apply onto your clips, so you can be able to understand how to use it properly. So as you can see, I've opened up this rotation and on my tie scale right here. Basically what this tie scale actually means is that on my previous topic in this master class, I've already explained to you that whenever you see scale, the scale actually means zoom. Let me say you are zooming towards an object, so you can use this scale. So we have the transform scale and as well we have the motion tie scale. So basically they both perform same action, but the effect they will apply on your clips are different. For this is zoom in it's gonna zoom in your it's gonna zoom ties right here. As you can see, we have about 9 ties right here. There are many, but on this frame right here we are having just only 9 ties, as you can see it right there. So what this tie scale actually does is just to zoom in to a particular ties right here, and your rotation is still the same function. So I'm going to be adding keyframe for the tie scale and the rotation, so you guys can follow me along. So first thing we want to do is to close this tie scale up, and we want to set the keyframe for rotation first. So we want to bring our timeline towards where we want the effect to actually start, as I've told you guys on how the keyframe works. So I want to start my effect right here and go right before the cut right here. All right, and set another keyframe. So at this last keyframe right here, that is where I want the rotation to start. I'm gonna rotate to about 100. As you can see right now, when I move my timeline screw, as you can see, the effect is gonna start from this keyframe I set towards, and it's gonna rotate at 100, as you can see right there. So next clip, what I'm gonna be doing is the opposite of what I just did. So I'm gonna bring my timeline towards this starting of the first clip and add keyframe for the starting point and drag it towards where I want the effect to actually stop right here. So I'm going to add another one, and this one I'm going to do in the opposite of what I just did. So I'm going to be using -100 for this. As you can see right now, when I move my timeline screw, it's going to rotate backward, as you can see. So now when we play this effect, this is what it's going to be looking like. Can you see? It's kind of looking nice, but there's nothing dynamic to it. So to make it more dynamic, that is where the curve editor actually comes to play. I'm gonna on the first clip right here, I'm gonna click on it and just highlight this two keyframe. I just come to these tools right here and click on it. As you can see right now, the effect we just create a linear scale right here. There's nothing out to it, as you can see, it's just a linear scale. So we want the rotation to be more dynamic. All we want to do is to click on this first one and on the undo, and click on the second one as well and on the undo. So now when you click on this, so watch what I want to do right now, and I'm going to explain to you so you understand what this curve actually does. So like now I'm going to drag this clip right here, as you can see, and come to this because I've on the undo, and drag this as well. As you can see what I'm doing right now. So what this effect actually does is that when we play this clip right back, as you can see you see the rotation, how speed it was? So now let me explain this for you. Let me just get this closer to this so I can have that nice curve right here. So let me explain this to you. What this does is that, let's say you are riding a bicycle at this point. I'm talking about the external part right here, down, not this up. So let's say you are riding a bicycle along this side. On getting to this point right here, you see the fall is gonna be what? You're gonna dive fast. All right, you're gonna dive fast at this spot right here, because on this part you are on a linear scale, right? When you are moving, as you can see, on getting to this point right here, you're gonna fall. So you're gonna fall at this speed. That's the same thing this effect as well is doing on this graph. So whenever you see a curve that look like this, that is what it's gonna do. It's gonna slow at this spot, and on getting to this spot right here where it falls, it's gonna speed up. As you can see, let me play it back. Can you see what is done at this spot as it's coming? As you can see, right at this spot where we said the frame, when I keep moving frame by frame, as you can see, it's slowing down, right? So on getting to this point, as you can see, it's now speeding up, right? Speeding up to the next frame right here. So if you want it to be more dynamic, you can click on it and drag this right here and come to this one as well and readjust this as well. So what this curve as well is saying is that you have more length to cover before you start falling. So it's gonna slow at this spot right here before it reaches towards, as you can see, and then speed up at that spot. So when this handle is a little bit shorter, as you can see, you have just a small distance to cover in a slow before you start speeding up, right? So hope you understand this. So if you get value out of this, give this video thumbs up. So now you understand this. So whenever you want a nice smooth curve, you're gonna give it a nice curve just like this, because it's gonna slow at this spot right there. On getting to this point, it's gonna speed ramp, as you can see it right there when we play it up. Can you see how speed ramp it's move? So that is what we're going to be doing, but in next clip, because we are doing the opposite effect on the next clip, so the curve as well is going to be in opposite. So see, when I click it, as you can see, now it's going to on this and on this as well for the handle. So now you're going to do it in opposite direction. Can you see what I'm trying to say? So I'm gonna explain this as well, in this type of curve as well. I'm gonna explain it for you guys. So whenever you see an editor using this type of curve, so you understand what they are actually doing. Right now on this one right here, as you can see, it's gonna speed at the beginning. The reason why it's gonna speed at the beginning is that on this aspect right here, let me use this so you can understand this as well. So what this curve actually means, as well actually means is that you are moving from from 0 towards negative. So your starting point is gonna be from here. Let's say you are driving towards from this line right here. So on getting to this point right here, you're gonna fall and fast speed. That is why you see at the beginning of this, that is where the clip starts fast and slow towards the last keyframe you set. Hope you understand. Or let me recap this. Let's say you are driving, since this is your 0 point that you started the keyframe that you want the effect to stop. Let's say you are riding a bicycle from this 0 point and you are moving towards 100, right? So you're gonna be as you can see on this plain ground right here, you're gonna drive slowly, and on getting to this point right here where you fall, it's gonna fast, right? So that is what the effect as well is doing. It's gonna rotate fast at the beginning and slow down towards its normal ground right here, as you can see. So let's play the two clips and let's see what it does. Can you see how dynamic it is from the previous one we just see? As you can see, this is the impact of the curve. It make the transition more dynamic. So as you can see it right here, so whenever you see this curve right here, so you should understand how it works. Let me recap this as well. So let me align this and come down to curve. As you can see right here, this is where the clips actually start. This is the 0 point and it's moving towards the 100. So definitely this is where the starting point is. As you can see, this line right here is telling you that the clip is coming from its normal and coming towards this point. It started changing and rotating, right? So let's say you are riding a bicycle towards outside part of this and you are riding. On getting to this point, what you're going to be doing is that you're going to fall down and run and speed up at this spot right here, because you are diving down, right? So that is what the effect is doing as well. So the effect is as well coming from this linear scale, and on getting to this point, as you can see, it's gonna speed up because it's kind of fall down right here. So that is what this one as well is doing. This one, as we all know, that this is a reverse of the first one. So this is where the 0 point is, as you can see, which is the normal as it is right now. So we'll start moving backward right here. As you can see, it's gonna be slowing, right? It's slowing down, and on getting to this point where it's reaching towards this negative 100 in rotation, it's gonna speed, right? Can you see? Hope you understand this curve right now. This is just simple. Whenever you see this dot, so you can start understanding that. Let me just use the example that Sotolani used. let's say you are riding a bicycle right here, and on getting to this place it's gonna speed up. So whenever the effect starts, that is where the slow, whether you are slowing it up, when you put the curve like this, it's gonna be slowing towards this place, and on getting to this place towards its final destinations, it's gonna speed ramp right there. So hope you understand this. Let me play this so you can see the final output. Can you see more dynamic, right? So next we're gonna be doing now is to exit from this and use another example to explain the curve, because we have several curves as you all know. So let's say on this clip right here, I want the zoom effect. As you can see, this is tie scale. As I've explained to you, tie scale is same thing as zooming. But before you start, let's scale out. Let's put our tie scale to 1. So it's gonna zoom towards 1 scale out of every scale right there. As you can see, it has zoomed towards 1 frame right there. We're gonna bring this right here and open up the tie scale and add the first keyframe and move towards, say, let me say somewhere at this spot right here, or you can use this one, the alignment of the rotation, but let's just use somewhere around here and put another one and come towards before the cut right here and add another keyframe right there. As you can see, we have added keyframe right there, but there's nothing going to be happening because they are still on their linear scale. So what we want to do now is to come down to this one right here and set this to 0. This one is going to zoom towards towards 0 point. As you can see, it has zoomed the clip very well. So let's move forward. As you can see, it zoomed back to its normal scale, which is 1. As you can see, then want to go back right here and set this as well to 0. So it's going to zoom back as well. Let's set it to 0. Good. So what we did is just that, can you see, it's gonna zoom out and zoom in. Can you see the effect? It's gonna zoom out and zoom in. Can you see? So now this curve is gonna be different from the one we just. So now let's just align this one and come to this. As you can see, we have this curve right here. So what we wanna do is to click on it and on the undo. Click on this and on the undo, and click on this and on the undo. So now, as you can see, we have this undo right here. When I drag this towards this point right here and bring it a little bit somewhere here, and bring this one as well and drag the undo towards here. So what this curve actually is depicting, let me just try and move this a little bit somewhere here. So what this curve is actually depicting, see the same thing as I've explained for you guys earlier. Let's say you are riding your bicycle towards this point. So this is the normal scale, which is the starting point, right? Let's say you are riding a bicycle. On getting to this point right here, you are gonna be You're gonna dive fast right here, and same thing is going to do towards this one as well. When I started moving, let me use this. So let's see. Can you see it's gonna move fast because at this spot right here is falling down. As you can see, the effect is gonna speed and slow down towards that point. Then next is gonna start slowing because this spot is moving slowly, and on getting to the where it's fall like dive, it's gonna fast. The effect is gonna fast. Can you see? It's gonna fast towards to the next clip. So that is why let me play it also. You see how the effect look. Can you see how dynamic this effect was? So if you gain value out of this video so far, please be sure to give this video a like. So let's play this up and let's see how it look. Awesome, right? So to make this more dynamic, so all we want to do is just to do the normal, to add the normal motion blur to the effect for the first clip and as well for the second clip, and as well just you can adjust. You can just come down right here and we'll just manipulate all of these blur effects right here. So the intensity of the blur can be less at this spot. Then you can do the same thing for this as well. Put the intensity of the blur to about 1.5, which is awesome to create that awesome smooth look. So now let's play it all and let's see. Can you see how smooth it was? Can you see how smooth it was? So I think we'll need to put this scale as well on this one. If you decide to put the scale effect as well on it, but I just want to show you guys so you can understand how the curve actually work. So hope you gave value. If you did, give this video thumbs up as I said. So we'll come to the end of the explanation of the curve, and if you gain value, give this video thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next topic. Peace.